my new pregnancy craving, iced tea. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I hope you're all doing really well. So in today's video, ever since I broke the news onto social media that I am expecting my second child, which I'm so excited for, a lot of you inboxed me and asked me to do a video on what I did to conceive, what I did to get pregnant, because we did have between a 8-month and year battle. Now I do want to say that it is a sensitive topic, it really is, and although I felt like my journey was long, there's people that it takes them even longer, it takes them years and years and years, so I don't want us to be insensitive. Everybody's journey is different, and the advice that I'm going to give you in this video, please don't take it completely on board. I'm not a trained doctor, medical person. This is just my own views on what I did and my own research, so please do not hold me accountable for anything, and this is just my advice. I was going to do this video anyway when I was pregnant because I just think it's so nice to watch people's journeys. Like, I used to watch so many of these on YouTube when I was trying to conceive, and sometimes it's just really interesting as you may not take away everything from the video, but it could be just that one thing, and it can be so helpful. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing what I did to get pregnant, then please keep on watching. So guys, we are 14 weeks today. It is crazy. It's starting to go really quick, which I'm really happy about, because I'm one of these that just doesn't deal with pregnancy really well. Like, I mean, this pregnancy has been quite something, but that's for the next video. So to start off with, we was trying, for about 7 months to a year. Now, the reason why I stressed out more this time round is because literally with Liliana, I sneezed and I was pregnant. It was literally that quick. Me and Craig decided, yeah, we're ready, let's try. So quick after we got married, and we're like, yeah, let's try. We didn't think anything of it, there was no pressure. The only thing that I did was download the Ovulation app. Or did I? Yeah, I did, but I didn't really know how to use it. So no pressure. So first month in, boom, I was pregnant. It was that easy. I literally sneezed and I was pregnant. Second time round, it has been so much harder, and I find that a lot of people say that the first one was really easy and the second one is just so much harder. Like, apparently people just don't fall pregnant that quickly. So you start to worry, you start to doubt, you think, is it me or is it him? And the worst thing in trying for a baby is stressing and wanting it so much to the point where you're not enjoying sex and you're stressing your body out. You know, it's so easy for me to sit here because I had the same advice, and it used to drive me crazy when everybody said, don't stress, it will happen when you least expect. And it's so hard because you're wanting it, aren't you? Every month you get that period and it's just, why? And I am a massive, I get so out of breath now. Oh God. I am a massive believer of literally everything happens for a reason. And the time that me and Craig was trying the first time round, we weren't in a good place. So it was good that's why it didn't happen at that time. This time round, I knew it was going to happen on my birthday. 2 years ago, I had this vision it was going to happen on my birthday, and it would be after my 30th birthday, it would be on my 30th birthday, and I would get pregnant, and literally that is what happened, you know. So I am a firm believer that there is a right time when it's going to happen for you. I am a massive firm believer that if you're stressing out, it's not going to work, but I know it's easier said than done, because I was in that situation. So I just want to give you some pointers of what I used, what I dropped in the end of using, and what I found worked for me. So to begin with, I did download the Ovulation app, which is really good because that tracks when you are fertile. Now, I never even knew this when I was pregnant with Liliana. I literally thought you had this huge window of when you can get pregnant, because doctors always make out that as soon as you're not on your pill or you've missed a pill, you're going to get pregnant. So basically I always thought from the minute you come off your period up until pretty much your next period, you have that huge window to get pregnant, and you don't. Apparently you only have like 2 or 3 days to literally conceive, and I was like, what? So OV is really good because you put in the last day of your period, your normal cycle, how many days it lasts, and that's going to give you your most fertile time. Now this is where it gets a bit messy literally, because what I would do, and every month you're literally trialing and erroring, so you're looking at your thing, and this is where I think it becomes too much, because I never did any of this with Liliana, and at this point in the end, I will speak to you a little bit later, I just packed everything in. But what we did was we tried out so many things. So 1 month we did it every other day after I came off my period. The month after that we did it every day, which I say you shouldn't do, but you just do it. You need to just get it out of your mind and be like, right, that didn't work. But we did it every day. Then I didn't bother until the fertile window, because I thought, what's the point? But sperm can last up to 3 days, so if you was to do it the day before your fertile window it would be good, but then sometimes I was like, oh no, you've got more of a chance of doing it on you. It's just such a huge mind F that you can drive yourself crazy. But what I did when I actually did fall pregnant is I did it on the day. I didn't do it the day before, I did it on the day of my most peak day, which was my 10.0, and then I did it the day after, and then that was it, I was done, and I was pregnant. I mean, don't get me wrong, please don't walk away and think you can do that and then it's going to happen. What I did, because I just ended up trying out so many like different ways. At the beginning I did the clear blue ovulation sticks. I bought all of that, I didn't buy the monitor. You pee on them, it basically tells you yay, nay, go have sex, don't have sex. I did the pre-seed, I bought the pregnant care tablets, but never again would I take them, that's just my opinion. And I also, what else was I doing? I think that was it. It was pre-seed, the tablets and the ovulation sticks and all the apps. And I used them for about 2 months and I found that it was stressing me out even more. I found that the clear blue was just like, it will tell you that you're fertile, you go have sex, you've done it on the right point, so that clear blue stick is telling you, you know, you've done it at the right time, and then it will come to the end of the month and you're on your period and you're like, well hang on a minute. So in the end I just got so fed up with them, and again that's just my opinion, it may work for people, but for me my cycle has always been regular since the age of 9, so I know my periods, and I just found it was just driving me nuts. It was just a mess, it drove me mad. I found it didn't do anything. I actually think now putting something in there is just not normal. Like, just let Mother Nature take its course. I don't think it's right. I think you are starting to tamper and mess with your body, and I just think no, you know, just leave it. It will happen when it happens. The only thing that I kept in the end was my app, because it was good for letting me know when my fertile, I would look at it, and I stopped looking at it every single day, because you actually can document all your symptoms and everything. And I have done a video already about what I was using to get pregnant, and I just got rid of them all because I just found that it was messing. Literally, it will I know this sounds so bizarre, but it will happen when your body's ready, and it will happen when your mind is ready. So I got rid of everything, and then I started to do certain things. So one of them is, I am a firm believer that 99% of our problems are caused from the stomach. So if your diet is not 100%, if you don't look after yourself, it's going to play a huge factor. And I just find that if you look after yourself well, if you work out, then your body is ready for pregnancy. I don't think you would want to have pregnancy if your body is not in a good place. So I've been constantly working out, losing weight and what have you for the last 5-6 years now. So I lost a bit more weight before I got pregnant. I think I lost about 1.5 stone, and my body was in a really good place. So yeah, I was working out, I was eating really well, obviously everything in moderation. Like, I wasn't like strict, and that's not how you've got to be. But you know, I took my apple cider vinegar with Mother, that was fantastic. It's just certain vitamins, making sure that you're just getting everything and just living a healthy, balanced lifestyle. That's pretty much it. So in terms of food, I was trying to eat clean, and yeah, you have your odd day, but it's absolutely fine. The other thing I did, which I found out, and this is just my research, so don't hold me to it, but folic acid. Now, they tell you to take folic acid before pregnancy and during the first 12 weeks. Now, folic acid is actually my own research. Again, don't come for me, this is just me. But I found out that folic acid is a fake version, and the proper version is called folate. So this is folate, and this is the correct version of folic acid. Now, if you think about it, this actually cost me, because this is the brand Solga. Anything that I take with vitamins, I take this. This brand is fantastic, and it's not cheap, and it just says it all really, because you can go to Tesco's and pick up folic acid for like what? Like a couple of quid. This cost me, I think, around 20 quid. This is 50 tablets, so it is just taking me up till, I've only got a couple more, I missed a couple of days. And this jar is taking me through my first trimester, and you can take it before. And this is, a couple of midwives will start telling you now that this is the proper version, and a lot of doctors and midwives that I've spoken to don't even know what this is, which, yeah, but I've taken this and it's been really good, because when I went for my bloods on my 8-week appointment, my blood work has never been the most fantastic it's ever been, for iron, for everything. So I believe that this is really good. So this is one of the things that I took, and I haven't taken folic acid, only there's some in something else that I'm going to show you, but I've just stuck with this, so that might be a thing for you, but I just find that this is really good. And yeah, if you do your research, you'll find out that this is the actual proper folic acid and not the folic acid, if that makes sense, which is why I don't take the pregnant care. As long as your diet is covering everything, you don't need so many pills and tablets and what have you. So I took folate. I also made sure that my iron was really good, and my iron is the best that it's ever been, like throughout the whole time that I've suffered with being anemic and what have you. So what I also did before pregnancy, and I still take it during, is my iron. Now, I can't take the iron at the doctor's. I find that it just makes you constipated. Pregnancy makes you constipated, so you're going to be double constipated. And I found it didn't do anything. It literally just does nothing. So I come across this called Spartone. This stuff is amazing. This stuff is amazing. You can get it in 2 flavours. You can get it as a natural. They do offer like an apple. So what you do is you take one of these if you're not pregnant, and 2 if you do. I would take this with, you can have it with orange juice if you're not pregnant. If you're pregnant, do not do it with orange juice, it will make you throw up. I learnt the hard way. But what you can do is, I used to have this, or yeah, I used to have this with my apple cider vinegar, hot water, lemon and honey. That's what I would do before pregnancy. And then now after pregnancy, I don't have it with apple cider vinegar, you can't take. And yeah, I then started, I thought I'd be clever and put this with orange juice in it. No, it was not fun. So now I just have this with like hot water, lemon and honey. And these are so good to get your iron up. It's so light on the stomach, doesn't make you constipated, and the results are epic. Really good. So there's 2 that I recommend, but I think this is the better one. I still think this doesn't bother your stomach whatsoever. The other iron you can take, that I bought this about like a couple of weeks ago, because I haven't had this for so long, and I actually don't mind this, but I'm finding that this is starting to make me a bit constipated, and I think that's probably why I stopped it last time. I couldn't remember, so I will go back to this. But you can also take PROUCDTS. So you can get this in Holland and Barrett, you can get this in Tesco's now, I believe. This one you keep in the fridge, and you take 2 doses a day. This is really good. So this is the one that I said that's got a tiny bit of folic acid, but this has also got vitamin B2, B6, B12, and it reduces tiredness and fatigue. This one you can take, it's pregnancy friendly, and again it's got iron in here. It's really good, and it tastes alright, but I am finding that this one, it might not bother you, but it's starting to really bother me a little bit, so I'll just stick to Spartone. This is fantastic. You can pick these up in Asda, anywhere now in the supermarkets. Just be careful where you get them from, because some shops are charging more than other. I think like places like Waitrose and chemists are trying to get £12.99, where you can get these in Morrison's for like £4.99, and you get a box of 24 or 12. They do a box of 12 and a box of, I don't know what it is. And also don't get them from Boots, because they try it as well. You can get these cheaper in Asda and Morrison's, I believe, but they're so good. So definitely I was taking my iron before pregnancy, I was taking my folate, I was eating clean, I lost weight, I ditched all of the Clear Blue, the Pre-Seed, the Pregnant Care, looking at app, everything. I just got rid of it. The final thing that I was taking, which was really good, I went to a health shop in like my area, is vitamin D, but they're not doing it as a tablet version. They've got it as like a spray version, which is amazing because it's like one less tablet, and literally all you do is you spray this on the side of your cheek, and that's it. It's just like your vitamin D for the day. I got the medium dose. They do this in like 3 strengths, and I thought, being pregnant, yeah, just one spray and you're done. So that's really good to have before and during pregnancy. Before pregnancy, because you can't take this during pregnancy, my god, I had to do my research, because there's like so many things you can take before obviously, and then there's so many things you can't take during. But I don't go by everything, again that's just me. But before pregnancy, to get my body ready, I was taking biotin, and I was taking, can't take this at the moment, which is a bummer, but this is really good for like hair growth and just everything in general. Also spirulina, you can take them in a tablet form, or you can do it in a powder form. And also turmeric is so good for you, like fresh turmeric. If you have that every day, that is fantastic. And you can, there's actually like a drink recipe that you can make, and people just swear by it, and like I think it's the Middle East if I'm right. It's just so good. Turmeric offers so many health benefits, it's crazy. And you can take turmeric during pregnancy, so that's absolutely fine. So yeah, my tablets were Silka, folate, it was biotin, it was hair, skin and nails, it was spirulina, and then just like my iron, and just looking after yourself really. So the question on my Instagram was obviously, did you conceive naturally? And I did. Although I feel like I spent so long trying to get pregnant, I still think I'm lucky, like I'm blessed. I'm sat here, I'm pregnant. And if you think about it, 8 months, it did seem like a lifetime, but it's not, because there's generally people out there it takes longer. But my advice is your time will come when it's ready, when your body is ready, when your mind is ready, when the universe is telling you you're ready, it will be your time, 100%. Just make sure you're fit, make sure you're healthy. I'm not saying you have to go do like 10k runs every day and things like that. It's just getting your body ready for pregnancy. You know, think that you're kind of already pregnant and you're in that mindset that you want to just be healthy and just eat clean and feel good, because you want to feel good, because my god, you know, the first trimester wiped me. I'm only just starting to feel better now, but I just found that all these things that you can buy and insert or do or read is too much. Do you know what, if you think about it, in the olden days they didn't have anything like this. They didn't have Pre-Seed, they didn't have ovulation sticks, they didn't have, and I just think these are all things to make money, unfortunately, sorry to say, and they're all things that are not helping. It can make you so psychologically upset, and I think it's too much, and you don't need all these things to get pregnant. Realistically, you literally just need a bloke, and if that makes sense, and just your body to be fit, and that's it. And I know that sounds really bizarre, not bizarre, I know that sounds really like just boom, but it's like they didn't have all this. How do you think they produced us, you know, and our mums and great parents, grandparents and so forth? They didn't have all these gadgets, and I just think you can spend all this money, and I think it gives you false hope sometimes as well. It really can. I mean, when I bought my clear blue ovulations, I mean, they're not even cheap either. They're a good 30, 40, or you can go up and buy that minor, and it can be like, you can spend like £100s on these things, and where does it get you? It just makes you so upset, angry, and just false hope. And I know it's a cliche to say this, but they say that it will happen when you least expect, or I believe with me, there was a special date or time that it was going to happen, and it was after my birthday. And I knew this 2 years ago. I said 2 years ago that's when I wanted the next one, and my body waited. You know, there is a specific time that it will happen. I think there is a specific time it will happen. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't know at the time why it's not happening, but later on you will learn. So like I said to you, the first time that me and Craig were trying, we were not in a good place, and I look back on it now and I think, oh my God, that would have been the worst thing to do, you know. So it tells you later. I'm not going to sit here and say that I invested in loads of things to get me pregnant. That wasn't the thing. In the end, I found that getting rid of hundreds of apps on my phone, getting rid of the ovulation sticks, getting rid of pregnant care, because we started to take the man and woman. Why? It's not necessary. It's just extra money. As long as you cover everything in your diet, you don't need it. So, you know, I just got rid of everything. I cleared my mind as well. And I said to myself, do you know what, Florentina, when it's your time, it will happen. And that's what my mum said to me as well. Stop stressing. The more you stress, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, given the current situation, normally you would go on holiday, you'd have the best time, you come back pregnant, because you're just so relaxed, and you know, we haven't been able to have that change of scenery and have that mix up and that excitement. So it is 10 times harder at this current stage. But just my advice is, don't panic, don't stress, don't think about sex as making a baby as well. My God, because that's what I did. And sometimes you're just not in the mood, and if you're not in the mood, you know, if your body is just forcing to have sex, and will a baby be made? Are you, you know, it's just about letting go. And I know it's hard because I was in that position. It took me probably 5 months to wrap my head around this and say, my time will come, I'm healthy, I'm so grateful I have my periods, I'm grateful I have my health, I'm grateful I have Liliana, and if I'm blessed with another one, even more so, I'm so happy. But my time will come, and my time will come. Just relax, because the only person that's getting hurt in all of this is yourself. So my advice is just take up a new hobby, do something to occupy your mind in a positive way. I threw myself into fitness. I started to make myself feel good, feel better, feel strong, and then I was party planning my birthday. Have a distraction, and you will be surprised when it happens, and you will thank yourself, because your mind will be in a better place. It'll be very clear as well, and ready to start the fresh new chapter of your life. And finally, after the 5 months, I just had a really good cry, and I said to myself, you know, I gave myself a talking to. I just cleansed myself, freshened myself up, started to find new things to occupy and distract, and it will come. It will really come. I hope this is helpful. I know it's really hard because everybody's journey is different, everybody's body is different, mind's different, everyone's mindset's in different places, and you know, what worked for me might not work for somebody else. But in the end, I wanted to make this as natural as I can and not pill myself up to the high heaven and stress myself over ovulation tests, insert things into my vagina to try and get me pregnant. Like, you just need the bare minimum. You need yourself and you need your partner, and you just want to enjoy it. And I wish everybody lots of baby love and it will happen for you guys. Also, I just want to point out that there's loads of things on Google where they're like, don't drink coffee, don't do this, don't change your whole lifestyle. You don't need to do that. Like I said, it's everything in moderation, and I just find that you can end up taking away the things that you do love and really become in this bad dark place because you're trying to get pregnant, and it can just be so detrimental. It really can. So don't Google so much. That's another tip of mine. Don't Google so much. Like, it can send you flying. So holding your legs up, what a faff, doesn't work. I did that for 6 months. It may work for some people. Every time I used to keep my legs up in the air after sex because apparently it will help. I think it's just a myth, but it never worked for me, and I didn't hold my legs up the time that I got pregnant. And yeah, so ladies, if you just want to lay down after having sex, do it, because with me, the legs up, you didn't do shit. So guys, I hope this video was beneficial. I know, I feel like it probably hasn't been, but there's just like not a lot of things that I was going to be like sat down and be like, take this, take that, take this, take that. It's just a case of knowing your body, getting yourself ready and getting that mindset clear and just not stressing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, the next video will be all about my first trimester and how I found it. But yeah guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And yeah guys, until the next one, I shall see you then. Take care, bye.